Well, people say it's best practice. I mean, they say it's honorable that even those people, you know, in the spirit of saying, look, I have absolutely nothing to do, and it's supposed to be public service. So if the public that you're serving is saying that we think that you have done us wrong, perhaps in the spirit of public service, and the fact that the person has nothing more to gain other than serving the people, the person will just say, you know, for the meantime, while I'm being investigated, because I would think that the honor will be a lot greater when, you know, your name is cleared and you're asked to come back.
Oh, if you do that, because I'll tell you, in Delta, for instance, I can keep telling these people, there's no memo I have signed. I would say that it's not with EFCC. There's none. Because what happens is, there's this political prosecution of people in office, while they are still in office. Whatever they are doing, they must find a way of saying, oh, this thing is wrong. So if because of that you say, oh, the person should leave office while you're investigating, then most office holders will be leaving office. You know, there's this persecution, these people who must, this person is corrupt. You put a label of corruption on somebody while the case has not been investigated. You know, so it's a double-edged sword. That if you say, oh, once a case is been reported, whether true or false, the person should leave office. There are many people will leave.
You know, we always talk about best practice abroad, and we've seen that culture abroad. Even when finally you're exonerated, but the man has already.
There's no governor who will be on seat today because
no, we're not talking about governors. We're talking about appointees. So appointees of government, when such cases are brought before maybe government, someone says something about someone you have appointed that borders on corruption. You can
let's take the case of Professor, she was the health minister, Grange.
That finally she was exonerated?
Exonerated.
So
that's the point I'm making. You have punished somebody unnecessarily. She was punished, but she was clear. So that's the point I'm making.
That is one of the very few examples.
It's not what, it's just,
people have also asked, you know, how the president has exercised his own powers of pardon in terms of, you know, you say that he's approached the issues of corruption in a more humane manner. People will say, do we really need fighting corruption to really wear a human face where we are at in terms of fighting corruption in Nigeria?
We should not also do it the jungle justice way. We should not, we not also do it the jungle justice way. We are holding press conferences, persecuting somebody in a case that has not been investigated. And sometimes we are working from the answer to the question, you know, by saying, oh, this person is already found guilty when you are not finished investigating.
But sorry, Chairman Mark, you know the problem is perhaps maybe the government hasn't actually done well for the people by publicizing some of these findings. For instance, the Lemu report on the electoral violence of 2011. Nothing was even made known to the people on a lot of issues. Now, campaign is on. We're getting to hear stories of people were instigated. So where are we basing our facts or comments on if we still, almost 5 years down the line, refuse to make public such
investigations can go on for 10 years.
No, but they submitted already. So we saw them on live TV when they submitted that report. So we thought it should
a committee report is different from, because those are criminal issues. The committee does not have the ability to finish all the investigation. Their report will now be subjected to further investigation by security agencies. You know, so you cannot use that report to say, oh, this person is guilty, this person is not guilty. Yes, they make their recommendations. If they say, oh, Uduaghan was involved, the security agencies will now do further investigation before a final report can be...
Speaking about security, a little bit about insurgency now. Why is it that the government has not refused to publish the names of those who are sponsoring terrorism?
Like I said, that will be sensationalism.
No, but they said they were going to publish those names.
That
at the
after final investigation, and I keep saying this. Let me talk about the issue of oil theft, for instance. There are names that are associated with oil theft, but I cannot come here now and start reading out the names until investigation is done and such people are actually found culpable. You know, if we are too much in a hurry to start calling names, we might just be prosecuting innocent persons, and I don't think that is the kind of justice that we're talking about. You know, we should be patient. Let the investigations be thoroughly done, and of course, people will be found guilty.
Sometimes it would seem that we hide under the cover of investigations, and so sometimes things don't get done. That's the impression that people have. It would seem that it takes forever in the courts. But I want to take you back to an earlier question where you were saying that, that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, All Progressives Congress shouldn't be contesting because
I didn't say so.
He contested.
Sorry, I didn't say so. Please quote me correctly. I say for somebody, I mean, if you have been involved in elections and you find that your election has caused violence before, I don't see why you should. I wasn't specific on it.
I was just going to ask, because when I put that question to you, I was referring to both candidates. At least that was what was in the letter written by Professor Bolaji Akinyemi. Do you think that, it was also, because the president has also said times without number that, nobody should shed any blood on account of his ambition or the ambition of any other politician. Do you think that, he too should have thought again about whether or not he was going to contest for these elections, considering, just what the future was pretending?
No. You see, we have not reached that stage of... now, what should be happening from Professor Akinyemi's letter is that all of us that are involved should now take it as a responsibility to see how we can prevent what he has predicted.
Let's end with... Okay,
let me take my state, for instance. With that kind of prediction and other things that I know that may happen if the election go either way, we are already on education. And this is where the NGOs really have to come in, educating the people, educating the populace, telling them the needs, not to take election as a do-or-die affair. We have, usually I have a quarterly meeting with traditional rulers. The next one, the emphasis will be on election. Meeting with religious leaders, emphasis should be on election. At the state level, local government council level, and of course at the national level. So everybody should be conscious of the fact that if this election, the prediction has come on, that the election, if it goes either way, this may happen. So we must educate, we must put it in the public domain.
Let's end with your state. There are those who want to find out, what is the state of the BRT? They say it's been abandoned.
No. It's not been abandoned. The work slowed down. Of course, it's affecting most states and most projects because of funding. The work slowed down, but it's picking up again.
So would you say you left Delta State better than you met it?
Yeah, of course. I've not left anyway. I still have 4 months, but I will leave it better than I met it.
All right, Governor Emmanuel Uduaghan, Governor of Delta State, thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
We'll be returning in just a moment. Please join us again.